what's the transition into film? Because camming and film are very different things. And before I guess you get there, was there some kind of an escalation in this cam thing when you start and you realize
my friends noticed I was way more confident with my new surgery. Yeah. So they were like, you are killing it on cam. Like you're the #1 girl and you're a great performer. Like you overdo your cam shows. They're like, you need to be doing professional. Have you thought about it? You should be reaching out to agencies. They were sending me legitimate agencies to look at. And I was so grateful because a lot of girls come in with horrible experiences, just finding a random how to become a porn star.
Yeah, or something.
Yeah. So I was very thankful for them. They're the reason I'm doing this today. They believed in me. So yeah. And I kind of was like, okay, I'm in college during COVID online. This is horrible. I hated it. I was in the Army doing badass shit. Right. And now here I am sitting in my apartment in a brand new city. This is when I moved to where I am now in the Bay. Mm-hmm. And I knew nobody. I had no family, no friends. And I was like, okay, I'm bored. I need to go and meet people that aren't online, like not on cam.
Gotcha.
So I was like, let's do something different with my life. And that's when I made some calls and an agency was like, we'll send you to a company. You can practice, see if this is for you. And if you kill it, then we'll take you.
So it's basically like an audition process.
And then this is a whole new world for me where I have to prove myself again and kill it.
I was just about to say,
yep.
Because this isn't like, again, camming and film have to be two very, very different things.
Definitely.
I mean, you're not.
We do virtual reality movies, which is like the VR headsets, and that's exactly like camming. So I kill that stuff because it's like I'm back in front of a cam screen.
So and it's just you solo.
You have like a man laying there, or you can do solo.
Okay, so let's go back to the cam thing for a second too. Yeah. So are you soloing all this stuff?
Yeah, I never.
So there was never any other females or any other males in these cam shows?
Nope. The last man I was with was my husband from like over a year ago. Yeah.
At that point. Yep. Okay. So then it's time
I'm divorced at this point. I'm like, what do I have to lose? If I want to do something like this and put myself out there on the internet, I'm going to be fucking good. And I'm going to do it now before I lose my opportunity or
you're on the clock, right? Yeah. I mean, you're on the clock. You can't do this.
I can't get a bottle service job. I can't do some random strip job. The pandemic was happening. I was like, this is the only way for me to stay in this industry that I was in, like kind of dipping my toe in, and also meet people and talk to people face to face and make money. You know.
So you had some influences there, and they said, "Hey, you're doing a really good job."
Yes,
and they connect you with an agency.
Yes.
So let's go back because you just mentioned like there's a lot of horror stories out there apparently where people have gotten just like horrible. This is not a legit agency, or it is an agency, and the shit that they're doing is awful. It's bad people doing bad things to people.
Just like how I said, there can be bad people or good people in the military, and just the same thing here.
So, and I would imagine if you're getting connected with a decent agency, whatever that means in the industry, I have no clue what that means. There's a vetting process that goes on here, right? Obviously, you have to show that you can perform.
Yes.
So there's that, but there's got to be like, what's the lead up to this? You just write them an email or
it was that easy. I was surprised. They were like, here's some. There's I'll name some. Spiegler, Next Level. Spiegler was a big one. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but
I don't.
He has the top stars. So I knew like when I emailed him, he wasn't gonna take me. And I was telling all these agencies, I've never done this before. I only want to do girls. I'm scared.
Okay, so you put some limitations, but go back. Like you've been crushing everything up until this point, and I just heard you say like you knew he wasn't going to take you. Why would you think like that? Like why would that change all?
Because I don't have any proof of me ever being on camera doing this.
You don't have a product yet.
Yes, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to work my way to get into his agency. So I that was a big plan for me. My first year, I was like, I'm gonna start with whoever will take me, and then whatever shit I have to go through, I can handle it. I've been through worse, and I know someday I'll be able, if this is for me, then maybe they'll take me. So I just took the first agency that was like, yes.
Okay.
But I made sure I went on, it's called AVN. I went on, it's like an adult website. They do the award shows. I went on their website and looked at the list of agencies. I didn't just listen to my fans just in case. They did give me good, reliable sources. But I went and looked at the list of the top winning agencies, basically. And I just went down the list, emailed them. And that's when my first agency, Next Level, they got back to me and they were like, we take a lot of new girls. We would be perfect for you, but we want to make sure that you can be a good product for us. Right. Yes, basically. It's just like the military when I sold my body to be a weapon. This was like I was a product.
That's how you were. That's how you're reviewing it. That's interesting.
I am a business, so
that's exactly. So you have to look at it like that still. So, I mean, you had you just said you hadn't been with another man until or since the divorce, right?
Yes,
or since you dropped him off the airport and never saw him or talked to him again. So like, how is this? Like, I mean,
company,
how's the company and how's the interaction? I mean,
right. So
you know what you're going down there for. What's your mindset?
That was the bravest, besides joining the military, that was the second bravest thing I've ever done, was going to, they flew me out, paid for my flight and hotel, and flew me out to a random state to do this with a random person, with strangers I never met. It's
gotta be scary.
Yeah. It was definitely brave of me, for sure. It could have been a dumb decision or it could have been a great decision, but so far it's worked out. I don't suggest people just meet up with strangers, and do this, because there can be some sketchy people faking that they're a company. But at least I went through an agency first, and I didn't just go try to shoot a random porno on someone's couch.
Right.
So I felt safer that I was going through someone, and I had signed legal documents to make sure I'd be safe.